All right, we just got to Gray. We headed to Roberta, Georgia, to a place called Polywad. They make the Spectre shot and the White Lightning turkey loads. We fixing to go try them out and see how they shoot, and gonna give us a little tour of the place. So hang with us, and we headed that way. We'll be there shortly in about an hour. We just arrived here at Roberta, Georgia, at a Polywad, the manufacturer of the Spectre shot. We're here with the president of Polywad, and what we're fixing to do is take kind of an adult field trip. We're gonna go in here and look at how to manufacture the shells and the White Lightning shells that we're gonna be shooting this turkey season. And Mr. J here is gonna walk us through and show us how they're made and everything. And then after that, we're gonna pull the guns out and do a little bit of shooting. So we're all kind of excited and fixing to go in here and see what this White Lightning's all about. Shoot some White Lightning.
Glad to have you here. Let's go in. Get you to tell us a little bit about how Spectre shot came about.
Yeah, well, we were approached by Blair and some of his friends about this whole thing several years ago on creating a cartridge that would use their new coated steel shot. And so we procured samples, did the test firing, and within a year or so, they had a load on the market.
And I guess the colors is to settle the who killed the band.
Well, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Like some of this, when you have multiple shooters in one blind, typically this was to cut out the discussion on who really did all that killing.
Right.
And so they had 4 production colors: yellow, blue, orange, and green.
Okay.
And so you could find that the color stays on the shot all the way through, but it's a non-toxic color that's pretty neat.
Okay. Well, duck season's a little ways away. We're finna shoot some of these White Lightning turkey shells. Let's get to it.
I know me and Blair's talking about it.
Yeah. We have a 50-yard indoor firing range. We can hang targets and check everything at any distance we need to do. Of course, for these turkey loads, we're out there at the 40-yard plus mark, shooting the test loads. We hang targets down at the end. Got a full flow ventilation system. Sounds like a jet turbine when that thing's running, and we're shooting, pulling all the air through here, but that allows us to not have atmospheric problems, and wind and everything. We can really just sit in here and check it out right. The various test notes.
Color here. Ready?
Yeah. He said it. Did you get one of my cards in the introduction? It's a really long thing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
There's your
you
win.
taking the time.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
You taught us a lot we didn't know about the shotgun shell.
Oh yeah, good to hear. You're welcome. Appreciate having you on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate meeting you. Talk to you again. Well, I went to the NWTF convention this year and was, walking through the show and come up on this guy that had a booth with Jebs choke tube, Mr. Bobby Sears, and we got to talking about guns and choke tubes, and he was telling me that he believed he could take my gun and make it shoot the best that it could possibly shoot with his choke tube. And I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about his choke tube.
Thank you. It's a new 4-stage multi-progression choke tube. My best friend, he's been a machinist for 38 years, and he invented a multi-progressive choke tube. You know, normally a choke tube is just one forcing cone with maybe a short parallel. Well, ours has 2 forcing cones and 2 stabilizations, which allows us to put more drag on the wad and get the shot out in front of it, and it cut back on wad cut deflection, which decreased our pattern size, you know, tremendously. And it worked so well as we began to test and prototype test and prototype test. He got it finished in March of 2011. We decided to go to the NWTF World Steel Target Championship. And I had never shot at anything, you know, and we got up there among the biggest of the big, and good Lord blessed us, and we came away with the stock class, which is just a regular shotgun off the shelf with a regular choke tube that the consumer can buy.
Well, y'all heard that, you know, 2011 champion, so we fixing to go over here to the shooting house and try out these Jebs Headhunter choke tubes. Y'all ready?
Hit it.
Let's get it done.
Jebs choke, Spectre shot. One heck of a combination.
We just got through shooting these Jebs Headhunter choke tubes, and I tell you what, these things are the real deal. That is a bad choke tube. I appreciate you letting us
Thank you so much for coming over and give us a try.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so
I'm
much.
glad I walked into you in Nashville.
Me too.
I appreciate it.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much, sir.
We won't be needing these anymore.
And that's the truth. Unfreaking believable.
No more praying and spraying. If Jebs chokes it,
We can smoke it.